Hey guys, welcome back to the Simple Life of Natalie Joe. I'm Natalie, of course. Today I just wanted to pop on and talk about benefits that you may receive from work or other places, other groups that you may receive some sort of, program or whatever, or things that you may not realize that are offered to you. Now with work, it's more like health insurance, vision, dental, maybe some other things that are offered to you. My work does offer a basic, it says basic, life insurance that is free to me. I just had to put someone as the beneficiary. But I do want to mention this only for the fact that there's it's only open for like maybe 2 weeks for me to double check my insurance and whatever, stuff like that. But I did get like a booklet thingy in the mail that went over some things, went over insurance and the options and stuff like that. Now I do want also want to mention that my work, I feel like it's great. They do great on benefits and stuff like that. They have 3 levels of, or 3 different options for health insurance. One, I'm not sure of the prices on all of them. There's like a higher one that obviously pays more. You get like lower deductible, stuff like that. A middle-ish one, and then like a lower one where obviously it's, you pay less and you pay your deductibles are higher. Which, I mean, depends on, on what you have going on. If you feel like you are relatively healthy, whatever, don't need a whole lot of medical attention outside of maybe like a flu shot or annual checkups, stuff like that. But going back to the little booklet thingy that explained the benefits, it did say in there for new employees that if you don't either opt out or go in and select what you want, they're automatically going to sign you up for the highest, the level 1, I don't know what you want to call it, the one with the highest premium that you pay out of pocket each check, and the highest with the lowest deductible. Now, I don't know how that, and I have heard that if you don't do this as like not a new employee, they're going to do that to you anyways. So, I mean, like I said, it depends on, I feel like, a lot of things, and you just kind of have to think about, this is what I kind of think about when I selected the one I chose. How often do I use it? What do I use it for? I feel like I should use it more. But what kind of things do I maybe want to have looked at or checked next year? Do I have anything that's bothering me right now that I may want to seek a doctor or an opinion about? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to, think about those types of questions when you're thinking about looking at insurance. Even if it's not employer sponsored and you have to go through like the marketplace or whatever, or Medicaid, Medicare, I'm not sure exactly with Medicaid and Medicare what options you may have or what, you know what I mean? But that's something that I'm not sure who you would have to go for questions like that, but I'm sure you can find resources on that would help you determine what would be the best plan for you. But yeah, so you just want to make sure that you think about, how often you're planning on using it and stuff like that. But yeah, so you just kind of want to think about those things. But you also want to, if you have like a spouse that has better insurance than what your employer has, you'd want to compare and see which one may be better. But you also want to, if you do go with your spouse's insurance, you would want to make sure you opt out of whatever your employer is offering, because like I said, if you don't opt out or choose one, sometimes they'll have you just select the one with the highest deductible, which is whatever, which is I've heard common practice among a lot of different employers. So like I said, make sure you either opt out or include whoever you need to include, stuff like that. Make sure you know what it includes and stuff. So, but yeah, so you just want to make sure you get opted into stuff or not paying for stuff you may not need, or being double covered for some things, which may not be bad, but it may not be really worth it in the end, and you may be wasting money that you could be saving to pay off credit cards or other debt, or your house, or saving for whatever. But yeah, you just want to make sure you get that taken care of before it stops. Now, I know a little bit about Medicaid, not a whole lot enrollment. Well, I know when it is. Let's say that. I know that there's 2 options to enroll in Medicaid. No, Medicare for the older, the seniors. I know one is in starts in October, and I think one may start in the spring, unless you turn a certain age by outside of that time frame. You can sign up, but other than that, you can't make any changes or do any other or updates until that time frame that comes up. So like I said, just make sure you know what you're wanting out of it and what you may want. If you're having some issues that you may want to get checked, you get something that a plan that suits that. But yeah, so I know other benefits that I don't have to sign up for. Sometimes they do an employee, since we work from home. Before we went to remote, they used to feed us a lot at work. They used to cater stuff, bring in food for us, get food for us, bring us snacks at our desk, But now they kind of transferred it to a delivery service, Grubhub. Which, I'm not complaining. They're still trying to do something nice for us. So occasionally they'll do you get a $25 credit, for this. I remember, I think it was back in August or September, they did there's a customer service appreciation week, and they did it for that, which is nice because it's one of those, well, we're not in the office to feed them or give them whatever, so here's an alternative that kind of helps out. And I did also ask my manager, because I still have some vacation time that I haven't used yet. I'm like, do they really want us to use it, or would they ever give us an option to just cash it out at the end of the year? Which, is a valid question, because I know that sometimes companies will allow you to cash it out, unused vacation time, because sometimes it's I'm already at home, I already work from home, might as well just work, right? But it's I don't know what else to use it on half the time. So it's why am I racking my brain for something that I don't know what to use it for? But, that's something that you may want to ask your employer. Do they ever just let you cash out unused vacation time, or do you have to take it? How much vacation time? Do you get sick days or personal days? Stuff like that, which, may seem like foreign to some people. I didn't start getting vacation days until I worked at a retail drugstore. And half the time when I tried to use it, they wouldn't let me do it. Or there was some issue with it where I couldn't use it or whatever. Which is fine. But it's one of those, well, if you're not going to... So I just, like, never used it. So whatever. It's whatever at this point because I don't work there anymore. But like I said, you just have to, kind of know what they offer you, what they kind of would like you to do with it. I know that my current company will let you roll over a week's worth of vacation to the next year, like the first quarter of next year, next year. So which is nice, which is most of the time is it's not usually a week, but there's a couple days where I'm like, I don't know what to do with these. Might as well just save them for the next year where I don't have to dip into my vacation time for a while. For a couple months until I know what's going on. But yeah, so it's kind of like you just want to make sure you ask these questions because it's like, it's one of those where it's like, I didn't even dawn on me that that's an option, but it could be an option. But like I said, different companies have different things. If they really want you to use vacation time, they'll tell you, which is fine. But also at the same time, it's nice to know that you can either, if you have unused time at the end of the year, here's your options. You either can do this and this or this or this with it. So, but yeah, so you just want to make sure you understand the parameters of all the things that they offer you. But yeah. But I also want to mention that I keep getting things for AARP. I don't think I'm nearly qualified for that program, but they're like, oh, you get like, if you sign up for this many years, you get a free thing, a free gift. I'm like, but I don't want to. But yeah, so just make sure Now, I do also want to mention that this doesn't really have to do with benefits, but AAA, if you have anything for that, if you have that, I know you have to pay for that, but your local office can print you driving directions. They have maps. I'm not sure if you have to pay for maps, but they have maps. They have other things that they can offer you besides the roadside assistance. So, I think they can also get tickets for you for certain things like zoos or other things. Because I know it's like, it can be a lot of money to have AAA. So make sure and if you're unsure what you're paying for, or unsure of all their other things, that you could probably either, one, look online, or two, call them and be like, hey, what other benefits do I get? Or what other things do you offer that are included with my membership that I'm paying for? And they'll be probably happy to tell you what things that they can help you with, or what other things that they offer. Because I'm sure it's mostly travel stuff. I think they do like maybe insurance, like car insurance or something, or I think, like I said, you have to talk to them because I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure of all their benefits, but you really want to make sure you get, your best bang for your buck if you're paying for something like that. And I know that sometimes you forget about these things until you have car trouble, or until this happens. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you today. Make sure you use your use your health insurance. Get your flu shot if you get a free one, because I know that there's a lot of your health insurance includes a lot of preventative care. But like I said, make sure you use it. Make sure you get things done. Make sure you get the plan you really want if you have to choose one that's employer based. I hope you have a great week, guys. Have a nice day.